Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's CNCF TAG ENV Sustainability meeting. Today is September the 20th, Wednesday. Please be aware that this is a CNCF community meeting, so it falls under the CNCF Code of Conduct, which can be summarized to be just excellent to each other. And I have the agenda for today screen shared here. The link is in the chat. So please feel free to add yourself to attendees list. We don't have a lot of topics today, but the usual recurring topics. Is there anybody here in this meeting who would like to introduce themselves? I think mostly familiar faces. All right, then moving to the next one about the working groups. So we have one working group comms, which is kind of in the building. It's not mentioned here, but maybe right, Kara also raises her hand. So maybe if you like, you can talk about this briefly.
Oh, yes, I can definitely talk about that, but I wanted to see about the host and the notes. Are you going to host? I have to leave at 11:30. I can do notes until then if that's easier.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So with the comms working group, I did submit a new issue for the working group proposal, and sorry for the initial PDF there. I have put into the comments a Google Doc. Some of the other communities that I work in are not able to use Google, so that's sorry for the initial PDF, but feel free to review that, make any comments in the document or just within the issue. And Thursday, I'll send out a reminder later today, but Thursday is the first working group call. Doesn't mean that it will always be on Thursdays, but we'll discuss the charter, discuss preferred meeting times, and I had asked about co-leads, and looking at it more, I think it might even behoove us to have leads over certain areas, and so we can talk more about that tomorrow. And kind of what I mean by that is kind of the overarching co-leads, but somebody that owns social or somebody that is more focused on content. And so we can talk more about that, but just wanted to remind everybody that we do have that call tomorrow. It will be recorded, and if you're not able to attend and are interested, just let us know, and hopefully we can find a time that is convenient for everyone. I know it will not be on Wednesdays because I think that's a busy day for all. So hopefully Thursdays will help us to find a mutual time to get together.
Awesome, sounds good. Thanks for the update. Are there any questions for working group comms? If not, we can go ahead to the next working group green reviews. Nikki or Christina?
I'm in a car currently. I'm not sure, Nikki, are you able to do a status? If not, I can, but if you're not in a car, that would be easier.
Sure, I can do that. What's new is we had a call, the last working group, we discussed expectations. We are going to have Falco maintainers join our calls. We got access to the community clusters on the Equinix infrastructure, so now we need to decide how to get access for individual contributors and start building the thing. We have a document design document, and we are looking for contributions to design the pipelines and themselves and the automation. I think there must be a link. Maybe I didn't add a link to the doc in that issue. Okay, I'll share it in the chat in a second and add it. Oh, it is there. Okay. Yes, thank you, Antonio, for linking it. And we have Leo's request for a repo for tag env tooling was approved, so we have a repository, and so GitHub Actions can go in that repository.
Awesome, sounds good. There's also an issue open to define repository access for this repository. It's in another organization, and they're kind of bootstrapping this organization, so this might take a couple of days to get everyone access. But this is also in the works. I remember in the last working group meeting, we also said that we would like to define goals or talk about goals of the Green Reviews working group, like short-term goals and goals until end of the year. Is there an issue open to track this? Or what are your thoughts on this one?
That's a good point. We don't have an issue to track this. Would goals be like milestones for the project itself?
Right, yeah, milestones, yeah.
We don't have an issue for that, but I can start an issue for that.
Awesome. Sounds good. All right. I also noticed there were a few comments also on the Falco like partnership issue tracking issue. That's very great. All right. Are there any questions for working group Green Reviews? If not, we can go to the open discussion items, which is currently empty. So is there anybody who would like to talk about any topic, any subject?
Yeah, hi. I'm first of all terribly sorry that I couldn't join the past few meetings, but I'm glad to be back. And I remember that the last time I was here, we were talking about how to onboard new members and whether there should be an onboarding document. And I know that a few people have had some thoughts and opinions. And I remember somewhere somebody has written something. But is there anything official out there yet? And should somebody, aka this guy, take care of it and just write a proposal?
Yeah,
or is
so
that part of the communications working group now? I don't know. That I was just wondering, because that's one of the last few things that I remember I was really interested in. And then that could contribute towards with the limited time that I have.
Yeah, sounds awesome. Christina, you had your hand up?
Yeah, I could probably just comment on that because we talked a little bit about it. I actually brought this up as part of the Cloud Native Sustainability Week meeting, because I have seen the same initiative in the past that you mentioned, Johan. So I was also willing to kind of try either build upon that blog article that was not published, or just start the one from scratch. So I will create an issue. I didn't manage to do it before the meeting today, but I will create a GitHub issue where with a link to the doc where we could work on it together. So if you would like to contribute to that one, I will share the link to the issue and the doc also on Slack later today.
Great. Yeah,
so that we could start working on that.
Perfect. If you could tag me, then
yes,
it'll be easier for me to find. And yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Can you please add your username in chat just to ensure that I
good
will be
point.
able to find you? Thank you. Yeah, then it will come out so that all of you know later today. I will create an issue for that and the doc.
Awesome, sounds great. So in the tag, we already have a few documents which give a little bit of guidance how to start with the tag, but we can definitely expand this. So as probably most of you are aware, we are trying, or this is like our goal, that we have after every major conference a special meeting getting started with the tag. We had the last one kind of like a couple of months ago, I think in May. And I think this is like a very great like opportunity to just get face to face in the meeting, talk about the tag and how to get started. I noticed in the last weeks or months, a few like contributors just popped up in issues where we tagged like request for help, and they just jumped on it. So I think this is already very great. But we can definitely expand this, and our documentation can probably also be improved a little bit more. So thanks for bringing this up, Jochen. Are there more comments to this one? Otherwise, are there any more topics you would like to discuss? I noticed, for example, we have a couple of issues open.
When was the
Yeah.
call for paper for the sustainability week due?
This is until end of next week, I think. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Right. Right. Maybe I can also give like a short update about the cloudnative-sustainability week. So we have a meeting in 2 weeks with the local meetup organizers. If you look at our website, we have quite a lot of local meetups assigned or registered, kind of. A few of the meetups are still in planning, so the date is not clarified. But as you can see, we have now 30 meetups, so around about 30, maybe a little bit less. We will see. So this is looking very, very great. We also have a virtual tag meeting planned, which will be around like 2.5 hours, 2 hours, with 2 speakers and time for us, like just to talk about the tag, talk briefly about the working groups. And this can also be a great opportunity to give an like introduction, which we can link afterwards to folks who are maybe interested in joining the tag or contributing to the tag. Right. And that's more or less it. Is there anything you would like to talk about? Otherwise, I think we can close the call. This is probably the shortest meeting, tag meeting we have, which is also fine.
Anything
Just
that I
to-
missed in the past weeks that I really shouldn't have? If we have the time, I don't want to keep anyone from.
What was the question?
Anything big that I missed in the past few weeks, like 4, 6-ish weeks I've been gone.
We started the working group. That's, I think, the biggest one. And
All right. Great.
the work for the cloudnative-sustainability week has also kept us quite busy. It's also a great opportunity just to collaborate. We have a bunch of folks here in the call and who are not joining the call, working on the cloudnative-sustainability week.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds great. Cool. Thank you.
And
But
Max and a couple of other contributors are also right now at the Open Source Summit in Bilbao. I think Max also has a talk, so that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing lots of new faces next time.
Yes. So, Kara, you also had a question or something, a topic?
Oh, I was just putting it in the chat, but if you all could add your name as the attendees, because I feel like we have more attendees than are represented here. And I'm just putting the
Yeah.
link into the chat.
Awesome. Sounds great. All right, everyone. Thanks everyone for joining. See you tomorrow if you have time to discuss the working group comms charter. I think the chart already looks very good. And hopefully we can start the working group soon.
Mhm.
And see you in Slack, maybe tomorrow, next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Leo.
Thanks a
Thanks
lot.
all.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.